everyone. We're going to tell whether the series converges or diverges and give the sum if it's convergent. We have our series is from 0 to infinity, the sine to the power of n, and the quantity is pi divided by 4 plus n pi. So before we start, let's look at this real quick. We want to start at 0. So we want to find what we need our first term and our r if this is a geometric series. So I can write this as sine of pi divided by 4 plus n pi and write this to the 0 power. This would be my first term. Well, anything to the 0 power is 1. So my first term is going to be 1. So my a equals 1 here. Now we got to find our r. So basically what we need to know is when you have sine of alpha plus beta, that equals sine of alpha cosine of beta plus cosine of alpha sine of beta. So simplifying this, we're going to get sine, this is your alpha plus beta. So we're going to get sine of pi divided by 4 cosine of n pi plus cosine of pi divided by 4 and then sine of n times pi. So that's this expanded. So if n equals 1, that would be, we started at 0, we got 1. Now we're starting at 1. If we get this, we get this equals sine of pi divided by 4 is 1 divided by square root of 2. And cosine of pi is negative 1. Then you have plus cosine of pi divided by 4 is 1 divided by square root of 2. And sine of pi is going to be 0. So our second term, this goes away, it's going to be negative 1 divided by square root of 2. And this is to the first power. All right. The next thing that's going to happen is if you have n equals 2. So if n equals 2, what's going to happen is that you're just, we're going around by pi. So basically it's going to alternate signs. So the next term is going to be plus a positive 1 divided by square root of 2, and then that's going to be squared. All right, so let me change this up a little bit. And then the third term is going to alternate to negative 1 divided by square root of 2, and that's going to be cubed, and so on. So it's an infinite geometric series with our first term equals 1, and our r is going to be negative 1 divided by square root of 2. Because that's what you keep multiplying by to get to the next term. Since we have that, and also our r is absolute value of r is 0.707, which is less than 1. So now we're set to go, and we can use our formula given here. So this is going to equal it's already set up the way we want it. We're going to have the sum as n equals 0 to infinity. Negative 1 divided by square root of 2 to the nth power, and our first term is 1. All right, so I'm going to move on to the next slide and use this formula here. So we're going to get this equals 1 divided by 1 minus negative 1 divided by square root of 2. This equals 1 divided by 1 plus 1 divided by square root of 2. To get your common denominator, if I put a square root of 2 here, I have to multiply it by here. So basically we have 1 divided by square root of 2 plus 1 divided by square root of 2, and I can move that up there. So now I have basically 2 square root of 2 divided by square root of 2 plus 1. To rationalize the denominator, we're going to multiply the denominator by square root of 2 minus 1. So we also have to multiply the numerator by square root of 2 minus 1. All right, this is going to give me, for the denominator, this is just going to equal 2 minus 1. And in the numerator, we're going to have square root of 2 times square root of 2 minus 1. And again, this is your form a squared minus b squared. So I just got 2 minus 1, which is 1. So this is just going to be square root of 2 times square root of 2 is 2 minus, and square root of 2 times negative 1 is square root of 2. So it is convergent, and this is your sum. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.